I think in today's game, there's such an onus on developing your own players. And if you look at teams that are really good in the league, a large part of their core is going to be drafted and developed and come from within the organization.
Coming into training camp, the LA Kings challenged their young players to fill open spots on the blue line. For Derek Forbort and Kevin Gravel, this was not only a chance to make an NHL roster, but their opportunity to make an impact.
A hard check there. Gaunt's lost his stick. He tried to follow it down. He got knocked down. Taken there by Forbort. He shoots. He scores!
I think the one thing that we had talked about as a group was getting more mobile on the back end. And those guys stepped right in and added a dimension of speed to our game that was critical.
They both know what their skill sets are and they're very good at it. I think they're a little more comfortable in what they can do out there, and they're finding ways to be a factor in games.
Forbort trying to get back, and he breaks it up.
I think with those minutes comes, responsibility to play well and play well every night. I think it just comes down to, wanting to help the team. You don't want to let the guy down next to you. You just do whatever you can to try to help the team win, and at the end of the night, try to be consistent every day in your game.
Kings hold it and score! Right from the point! Derek Forbort gets one from the blue line.
Both players began the season fighting for a spot on the defense. While Forbort made the opening night roster, Gravel was one of the last cuts.
You go into camp and you do everything you can to make the team, and when you don't accomplish that goal, it's obviously disappointing. But go down to Ontario and just kind of keep playing. You show up every day and just kind of do your job.
I think he might have put a little too much pressure on himself, thinking he had to make the team, but to his credit, he went down there and played hard and got an opportunity to come back.
Forbort flourished with the Kings, and by the time Gravel was recalled on November 3rd, his former AHL teammate was playing top minutes.
You're not always sure when you see a guy like that in training camp, can he carry that into the season, and Derek has. The challenge of Derek now is just to sustain that level of play and the consistency of the play.
He's playing against top players, and he gets those opportunities. He's definitely great at protecting our goalies and sticking up for teammates.
You saw that incident the other night with he and Joe Thornton. You've got a Hall of Famer in Joe Thornton that kind of took advantage of Brownie there, and to have Derek Forbort step up to the plate and get involved with him.
Thornton with his stick, he's going to the box. Odie, a lot of yelling down there.
That to me is the evolution of a kid going from a minor league player or a college player to now a kid that's ready at the next step.
On paper, both Forbort and Gravel are similar. Both are 24 years old. Both are 6'4" left-handed defensemen. And both were taken in the 2010 draft by the LA Kings. But it's what they contribute on the ice that sets them apart.
Both guys are big guys who can skate, and I think they're different players. Derek's a little bit of a heavier player, and Kevin relies on his speed and quickness a lot.
You guys, go ahead!
They're obviously quiet guys, humble guys, so they come in. They're not boisterous, they're loud. They could probably sneak through the day without being noticed.
A strong core of veteran leadership on defense gives Forbort and Gravel solid examples of what it takes to win in the NHL.
I think anytime you can consistently play and be around an atmosphere like this and with the guys that we have in our team, you're gonna learn a lot every day. Majority of these guys is on the back end here have won 2 cups, so not a whole lot of guys can be around that every day.
Now at a pivotal point in the season, maintaining a strong defensive presence is key for the Kings to make their push for the playoffs.
Coming down the stretch, that's when the games really start to matter, and we need to bring it every night or we won't be in a playoff spot.
I think that's what these guys are starting to understand. The games are tight, the competition is fierce, every night's a fight to stay in the playoffs. One mistake could be the difference between winning and losing.
You know, you never want to be complacent in your game or complacent with where you're at. Hopefully my game is going to continue to grow and hopefully battle for that playoff spot, and come playoff time, one, we have a spot, and two, everyone's kind of on top of your game and playing as well as you can to make a little run there.